Hello, everyone.
To the Women's Cave.
I just literally have a piece of hair just going down the middle of my face. So yeah, so she got this.
I'm just excited. I'm excited.
Wow,
she
now
was
it's just
distracted.
now it's just sticking up. That's
no,
hilarious.
I don't understand why you're worried. Because you remember you did that whole interview on London TV.
I know, with a big old.
It was so bad. I know I've told the story 1,000 times. That the cameraman had to come over and smooth it out.
Yeah, it was bad, y'all. It was rough, and it was like I was like, Dad, I thought I was so perfect, and then. Well, that's just Jade in my life. Anyway.
Oh, I was about to tell you.
And I'm Jade.
Oh, and I'm Winona. I'm telling you.
I remember it. Introduce us. High five.
Social distance style. Yes, you did. I would not have been this professional.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited. I'm
excited for you. I'm still telling my secret. So Jade is a professional makeup artist. I give her an excuse because she did everyone's makeup because our makeup artist canceled. And then she showed up with her hair sticking out on the side. All right. I think that's enough about us.
Wow. Well,
wow. I shouldn't have even told that story. Yeah. I apologize. Take that story back from your memory.
Okay, so we were literary life guys of pop poetry.
Right.
And I thought the book was bad with other life lessons. And I thought being grown up was easy. We're not showing the old one.
Oh, come on,
and I thought being grown up was easy. If only I were me, a memoir and verse. That series and Foreign Coffee, all available where you get your audiobooks, and you can check out my favorite book. I mean, you're not supposed to have favorites, but I do have a favorite. And that's what I did in my journey alone at and everything else you ladies are doing at www.andithoughladies.com. But y'all aren't here to hear about us.
You're here to hear from our wonderful guests. Wonderful guys.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Oh my God, you're a hard act to follow. Well, I am Linda Rosen. Hello, everybody. And I am a fitness professional turned novelist. I've got my 2 books here, Sisters of the Vine and The Disharmony of Silence. Disharmony of Silence came out 1 week before we were locked down, and Sisters of the Vine came out a year later, and we're still dealing with the pandemic. I am a snowbird. I live in New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey, but when I have to switch from sandals to shoes and socks, I head to my home in Florida, where I am right now. And you wanted to know another thing about me?
Yes.
Okay. I am a member of the Women's National Book Association, which is over 304 years old. Started in New York City when women were not allowed in the all-male Booksellers Association, and I'm on a great committee called the Great Group Reads Committee, and I'm just so into it right now because this is when we start. We choose novels and memoirs for the Great Group Reads list every year out of over 200 submissions from publishers. So like it just started. My inbox, my mailbox, my doorstep gets loaded with books, and I am reading voraciously through July, and then we narrow down over 200 submissions to a final list of 20 that gets published in October for National Reading Group Month.
Wow, so, that's amazing.
It makes me wish I had saved my memoir.
Right, but also I have to say, because you're from Jersey.
Yup, so I was hoping you would do it.
We have to talk diners.
Oh, are you from Jersey?
No, we're from Maryland,
but we make the drive to Jersey.
Diners. We have to talk diners.
Oh, diners.
Yes.
We don't have good diners here in Florida.
No.
No.
Jersey is like the place for diners. So
the diner capital.
What are some of your favorite diners and why? Just like 2.
Okay. Well, just in my own town where I live, I think I could count 3.
Okay.
My favorite is probably called the Gotham Diner in Fairlawn, New Jersey. They have fabulous paninis. But when I'm with my grandchildren, they have to go to the Empress Diner because they love the burgers there. But to me, diner food is a great grilled cheese with bacon and tomato, BLT. That's diner food.
I also go with a good onion ring.
Oh, true.
Oh, onion rings.
And yeah. What else do I like to eat?
It is okay. So y'all don't hate me. Every so often you have to have the disco fry.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Every so often you have to have a disco fry
and the meatloaf. Oh my goodness.
Oh, the diner meatloaf, because it always comes with mashed potatoes.
Always.
But you got to get the gravy on the side, otherwise it's like swimming in it.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay,
And then they bring you like a whole big old, like, here you go, this thing of gravy. You're just like,
it's a minute.
And diners
it's
have
like
great
eating
pea soup
swimming pool
too.
of gravy.
and you're like, I would never use as much gravy in life.
Yeah.
You take it home, stick it in the freezer, and have it for like dinner another time.
You'd be like, oh, I'm making beef today. Let's bring out the diner gravy. Let's bring out all right. So thank you for talking diner with us. We had
Anytime.
Because since COVID, we haven't been able to get to Jersey.
Right.
And so like we'll wake up and be like, I could go for that Reuben there. I could go for the pancakes there.
I
So like
could
when we
go.
go to Jersey, we literally just go to like 4 or 5 different
Diners,
We have to
like-
drive around the state to the diners.
That's
So good.
hysterical.
Like you just
That's
you have to do
hysterical.
it. But it's literally what Jersey, what it's 3 hours from us. So it's not like
Right.
a drive. It's something fun to do. And like, oh, this is boring. Let's spice up our life. Let's go to Jersey and like stay a night and eat. Like, come on, friends. Come on. We're all going. Everyone's going.
We also do this for Chicago, but we stay 3 days.
Yeah, we do. So, all right, now that we
I'm
have
so
talked,
sorry.
now we have talked diners. Let's talk. You are a physical fitness person that
Yes.
went into
Yes.
books. First of all, I want to know a good 15-minute like workout, and then I want to know why the
A good
transition.
15-minute work. Oh gosh. Well, you want to work your core. You got to work your core. And it is so much better to work a lot of muscle groups at one time. Don't sit-ups are gone. Forget sit-ups. You don't want to do them. They don't even get the deepest abdominal muscles. So, okay, here's one. You want to get on the floor and come up in a bridge. You lift your buttocks up, but make sure your lower back stays like in its natural position in a neutral spine.
Okay.
And you're going to squeeze your buttocks together as you pull your thighs in and out. So you're going to work your glutes, your bottom. You're going to work your thighs. You're going to work your abs all at the same time. There
That's
you
so
go.
fabulous. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I just have to say, Jade is saying this because we have a photo shoot in less than 14 days.
Right. So I'm like, okay.
It popped up out of nowhere.
So all right. So, but how did you transition, or did you transition?
Oh, actually, I didn't transition, but I've been a fitness professional probably, I think, since 1982. I opened my own business. And as I was nearing my 60th birthday, even though I was still teaching my classes and working with clients, I needed something else creative in my life. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. I mean, I was looking for a photography course. And as I was looking for the course, I came upon a writer's workshop. And I thought, whoa, I always imagined how fabulous it would be to write a book, but never really thought I would. I'm an avid reader, so I thought, how great would that be? And I always thought about like going to book clubs, because my book club would have the authors come. So anyway, I took that writer's workshop, and here I am, 2 published novels later and a whole bunch of short stories. I loved it. And I just kept going. And my character in my first novel happens to be a fitness professional.
Right, what
That
you know.
right, what you know. So
I have
mean,
a question,
I just wanted
which
to say
is
real
so
quick-
weird.
real quick, I wanted to say that is truly an inspiration, because a lot of people would have thought, oh, I'm 60 and I'm not like, I'm coming toward the end of my career and not like a beginning of a career. And they would have been like, nah, I'll leave that writing to my children or something. But this shows it's never too late.
So
Never to
my
stop,
question is,
never
I
to
just want
stop.
know this,
Yeah,
because
never stop.
I would, when I sit down to write, I have to snack constantly, and I hear that a lot of authors do. So what does a fitness trainer eat while writing a novel?
I can't eat or drink anything while I'm writing. I can't. Yeah, no, believe me. Just before we came on, I had a cup of tea and a cookie. So it's not like I don't eat garbage. But if I'm writing, I can forget to eat lunch when I'm writing.
Okay. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'll be on a great diet. I'll be eating healthy, and then it's time to write a book, and all I do is buy like junk food and just sit there and just shove it in my mouth and write. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just had that.
I know, right? It was like acquiring minds wanted to know. So
So can you tell me you often say you write your books in the not too distant past. So why not the not too distant future, or almost a historical book?
Yeah. I'm not one for future. I don't even like to read dystopian novels or anything. My first book was a dual timeline, and it took place in the 20s and in 1980. The second book takes place in the 60s and 70s. And as I was doing that, I realized, I guess I write in the not too distant past. And because I didn't think it was historical fiction, but I did learn that it is. Anything over 50 years is historical fiction. So, and even the book I'm writing now takes place in 1969 and 70. It's to me, there's like a romance to the past. And I guess it's that I want to write in a past that I know, or that I can have fun doing bits of research. Like when I was writing in 1920s, it was fun to do some research on prohibition and on the clothes and on that. I don't want to take a deep, deep dive into, the War of the Roses or the Civil War. I don't want to go back too far. I want to have some connection to it, though. I mean, I don't have a connection to the 20s, but my mother used to talk to me about it, so I guess I have a little connection.
Yeah,
that's really nice.
In a way, you got to go back and kind of like hang out with mom in her youth.
Right. So that must have been fun.
So the Women's National Book Association, why did you join that? There's so many associations out here, and how did you choose this one?
Okay, that's an interesting question, actually. When I first started writing, it was around 2006, 7, 8. There was a thing online. There was a group, and I can't remember what it was called, but you would post some pages, and it was like a writing group online. And somebody that was in that group noticed something in my book, and she said, "You must be from the New York area." And so I said I was, and she said, "You should look up the Women's National Book Association." And it was a very, very active chapter in New York City. And I went and I joined, and I met phenomenal women, all in the book world in some fashion. They weren't all writers, editors, publishers, indexers, whatever, teachers. And I just made a really great connection there and met a lot of wonderful women. And I got very involved. And then when I came to Florida as a snowbird, I started a chapter here. So, and I'm the program chair of the chapter down here. And as you know, I'm in the Great Group Reads Committee. It's a wonderful organization that supports women in the book world.
That's fabulous. Yeah. So, Winona, you want to talk about publishing?
Oh yeah, quickly, I wanted to ask a question about how you felt about getting published and how you found your literary agent.
Okay, I did not have an agent. I went through that whole business of querying, and I'd get, requests and never hear back, or I'd get requests and get rejections, or I'd never hear. And I'm also a member of the Women Fiction Writers Association. And the more I would see who was published and who they were published by, I was starting to see a lot of small publishers. So I did a little research, and I found small publishers that didn't need an agent. And I started querying the small publishers, and I was thrilled. I'm very happy with my publisher, Black Rose Writing. So, and I'm happy that I didn't have to have an agent, I guess.
I just love to ask about everyone's writing journey. Sorry.
Yes. So, because we want to give inspiration to authors out there, because this is why we call the Women's Cave, and also we have the writers class, because sometimes it is very hard to find that agent.
It's very really hard. It's a hard game. It really is. But I see, even through WFWA, Women Fiction Writers, more and more authors are getting published by small presses, and the small presses are growing. I mean, the publisher I'm with works exactly like the big houses, just they don't have the money and, all of that, but I think he publishes 12 books a month or something like that. And they're very collaborative. I find that there's more hand holding with a small press.
That's
So
That's
fabulous.
nice to know.
That is
Thank you.
super
Thank you.
fabulous. Okay, so let's talk about some other groups that you're a part of, and why you think it's important for writers and authors to join these groups. Yeah.
You want to talk about Booker's Road Trip, don't you?
Yes, but also
Bookish Road
Bookish
Trip.
Road Trip,
That's fine.
but also
Bookish Road Trip is fabulous.
but also she talks about like she's involved in a lot of different writers groups. So why is it important for authors to do that, to be involved?
Oh, well, it's that word networking, but seriously, nobody knew me when my first book came out. I wasn't some famous person. If it wasn't for the groups that I was in, I would not have gotten to the podcasts and all the interviews I've done. I wouldn't have been on panels, around the country. My book would have been quiet, and hopefully it's getting a little louder and louder each day. And it's not just for promoting the book. I think it's also for making your community, finding your tribe and having people to talk to who understand what you're going through, like we were talking about at the beginning, Alona. I mean, it's another writer who gets it. You can have your closest friends and relatives who love you. They don't get what you're going through. And I think we really need that. And through that, you meet more writers. And I'm one who truly believes in supporting other writers. But if I support them, they're supporting me. If I'm promoting them, they're promoting me. And it's really a wonderful family. And I feel truly blessed that I found this in my later years, if you would say.
Her senior coffee years, which are the best years.
Oh, I was just
80 years that you can get senior coffee, are the best years. I'm just saying.
Please understand that when she meets people, she'll be like, so how? Oh, senior coffee. Here, have $1. Go give me one too.
It's so true. It's so true. They be like, at $9.55, I'm like, oh, senior coffee. Would you like a coffee? Because I would like a coffee. Can you go and get it because you're a senior? Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Go get it. Thank you. All right. So what are 2 pieces of advice that you would give new aspiring authors out here? And then where can people find out more about you and your books?
Okay. Advice to aspiring authors: do it. Just do it. Sit down, let those words, as crummy as they might be, get them on paper. You'll fix them later. Do it. And believe in yourself. Don't second guess yourself. Believe in yourself and have a wonderful time doing it. It's a joy. We struggle, we scream and whatever, but enjoy it. And you can find me, the best place is on my website, linda-rosen.com. You can connect to me there on Facebook and Instagram. It's Linda Rosen Author, but you can connect through there. All the podcast interviews, everything. You can even sign up for my newsletter, Linda's Tea Room, through my website, linda-rosen.com.
So, okay, your website sounds like the future name of a podcast. When
Right.
When can we expect this Linda's Tea Room to go audio?
Yes, I feel like the newsletter is going to be a podcast in the future, like Linda's Tea Room. I feel a podcast coming on.
Can I leave that for you ladies?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All
You
right.
said-
All right. We'll let you have it.
You know,
Y'all.
when we finish recording, I'm gonna tell you how easy it is to make it.
No, hey, you never know. You never know. I'm
Y'all
open.
go check out her website. We really appreciate you coming on today. Thank you.
Thank you. I had a wonderful time.
You want to wrap us up?
Absolutely. You can find out everything your ladies are doing on www.andithoughladies.com. While you're there, go to the middle of the page and see the charities we probably support. Hopefully you can support them also. We thank you in advance for that. And just remember, y'all, wisdom is all around you if
You're open to finding it and accepting it. So peace and love, you guys, from Winona
and Jade. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah. Thanks for listening.